Welcome to those in attendance to the regular Board of Public Works and Safety meeting held in the George Keller Public Assembly Room, Lawrence Governmental Center at 5 p.m. on August 24th, 2023. We'll call the meeting to order. Let the record reflect we have a quorum to do business today for the city. First item before the board, minutes of the regular meeting on August 10th, 2023. Are there any corrections to those minutes?
Nope.
Hearing none, is there a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
By Mr. Clark, and I would second. Are there any questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0. Minutes are approved. Unfinished business, none before the board. Directly to new business. Item A, approval of Dingers and Diplomas lease, First Amendment. And I think they had this property last year, right?
Yes, so this was the nonprofit that leased the property from August of 21. The lease,
Fire station?
yeah, the old fire station on Oak Landon.
Right.
So it expired on August 12th, and the tenant attempted to renew the lease, but he did not give 90 days notice as required. So I reached out to him, and throughout our conversations with our chief of staff, Corey Korn, as well, the tenant actually said that he did not want to renew the lease due to kind of the organization is not going to be going on anymore. He asked to have until September 30th, and I said we would need, a month lease, an additional lease. So this First Amendment would just extend the lease until September 30th, and then it adds some provisions regarding what shape the building should be in when we get it back and utility payments. Everything else is the same. It would basically be an additional month and a half.
Didn't they do renovations to the building, if I remember?
They painted.
They
think they were
painted
doing-
and added a wall, brought some exercise equipment in.
Yeah.
Nothing major. Nothing that would structurally affect the building.
They can take their equipment out and their additions out as long as it doesn't harm, the structure of the building. Then anything they leave would become ours. And so basically this now says they have to leave it in basically the condition they got it in, aside from ordinary wear and tear, which is pretty standard.
Okay. You've heard those comments. Any questions?
Nope.
Is there a motion to approve the Dingers Diplomas lease?
Motion to approve.
By Mr. Clark, and I will second that motion. Questions on the motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Motion carries 2-0, so that is approved. We then go approval of lease and service agreement with Safe Haven Baby Boxes, Inc., SHBB.
That's you.
Do you want to talk? I can wrap up with the legal part if you want to just chat about the baby box for a minute.
All right. Sure. So the baby boxes are in hospitals and fire stations. There's 100 in Indiana right now. Our Station 38 already has an opening for it. This is for the box. How it works is the mother can come up or the parent can come up, open the box, place the baby inside. Once it closes, you can't reopen it, but it alarms and alerts firefighters inside and also our dispatch center. It said it's just usually like within 2 minutes, I think, is their average that the babies are retrieved. So I think probably the neatest thing about these are they started in 2016. Since then, there has not been one infant that's died from an abandonment in Indiana since they started placing these boxes. There's Marion County only has 2 right now. One is in Wayne Township and one is in Decatur Township. This side of, especially Lawrence, and then the northeast side and the east side doesn't have anything. The closest is Carmel at 106, and they've had 4 in the last year. Last year?
Yeah, last
I
year.
think it's the last year. They've had 4 of them.
Had one last month.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was just one.
Yeah, there was just one a few weeks ago.
So the program works, and it's, no more greater cause than saving babies.
Well, and when we approved Station 38, it was built for that box to be put in.
Oh, the
So
one.
we actually knew we were going to.
We already have an opening in
Yes,
the
it's
building,
already
we just need the
pre-planned.
the
by the
box
post office?
manufactured and
Yes, the new one that we're building.
them to come out and train us on how to use it.
Yeah,
That's on Richard, right?
it's on McCoy,
Or McCoy, right?
Or 450, I think.
45.
McCoy,
Yeah,
right.
45,
4450.
4450,
Got it.
45.
Yeah,
It's really nice
45.
looking.
it's coming along, isn't it?
Oh, this
It's
is,
getting real close.
Real close,
It's
yeah.
getting real close.
And so I'll say it's basically releasing the box from the company, Safe Haven Baby Boxes. I went back and forth with them for a while on some of the liability terms. The law basically says as long as there's no, willful conduct or gross negligence, if we do everything correctly and the dual alarm systems and things like that, the city and LFD won't be liable. So we're pretty protected there. I now feel that the contract's in good shape, and I've signed off on it and worked with LFD to make sure that they knew everything that was in the contract and everything required to move forward.
another thing that, for the cost of it, it's $10,000. There's a grant, or it's $11,000. They got a $10,000 grant from Indiana that'll be a reimbursement. Private citizen is paid for the installation costs of $4,000. Well, not private citizen, Midwest Remediation. So the costs are already covered.
For the
And then
first year,
No, for the next.
For the installation and the initial cost of the box, and then for the $300 per year, Chief Patel has secured, I think he said 3 years out already, just
Yeah.
with private donations. So,
So it's costing us
Wow.
nothing.
for at least 3 years.
Awesome.
Just, it sounds like a real positive move on the city's part in my book, but questions, Mark, or anything?
no, I just wish the legislature would put some money towards,
Well, they do
They
have
are
a
doing the
grant.
grants, that's from
The
state.
$10,000 grant is
No, I mean to-
variable.
install them everywhere,
Yeah,
but that's just,
As they're being built. It's something that any future city should definitely take into consideration for their firehouses.
absolutely.
That's nice that
Saving
it was
babies.
being built already, so it could
Yeah.
be constructed that way. That was
Yeah.
good.
Right, very good. Well, is there a motion to approve the lease and service agreement for the Safe Haven Baby Box
Motion to approve?
by Mr. Clark? Is there, and I will second that. Are there questions on that motion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye, and that motion carries 2-0, so we'll look forward to that addition to Fire Station 38. Administrative comments? Anybody have anything for the good of the cause? Citizens' comments?
It's hot, but we're still having a farmer's market. If you need your corn on the cob, you better get it. It's running out.
Yeah, man, it's running out.
Well, the season's running out, not the corn.
Right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Mr. Clark, and I'd second. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. 2-0, we're adjourned. Thank you.